great.
Yeah,
I'm doing great.
Great to see you without the food.
Hey, check me out. I've been wearing my Jordans and all that again. Swag is back. It's great. We feeling good.
What did you need to find out in the first 4 days of practice, and how did it go compared to expectations?
In terms of this,
Yeah.
this thing right here. Oh, this thing didn't even happen.
Yeah.
You know, we got an amazing training staff in there. So, I mean, they've done a good job getting me back to where I got to get to. And, you know, you can't. I forget it even happened. So that's definitely great.
What about conditioning, shape, all that kind of stuff that you didn't get to have a normal offseason?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was in shape, though. I was on the bike. Everything I could possibly do to stay in shape, I did it. So I couldn't run on the treadmill. I was on a bike. If I couldn't run on land, I was running in the pool. So I basically, whatever I couldn't do with my feet in that very moment, I would just do on a bike or find an alternative. So that was a big thing for me to make sure I stayed in shape. So.
Cesar, what are maybe the expectations you're setting for yourself heading into this season?
Be better than I was last year. You know, I have that list of things that, hey, I need to improve on this, improve on this, improve on this. And my goal ultimately is to help this team win, but also build off of what I got to fix in order to make that happen.
What are some of those things in detail?
Let me see. I'll give you a few because I have a long list, but I've got the list in front of me. So a lot of stuff is just, you know, I take sometimes shortening steps, or, you know, focusing on aiming points, or just being more comfortable with certain different techniques. You know, with Jahri here, I'm learning a lot of different things, a little different techniques. So not being timid or hesitant to try new things. So that's really the big thing I'm working on now, is trying different techniques and adding more things to my game.
How's it been having Jahri back in the building again this year?
That's amazing. It's definitely great. You know, Jahri brings a whole different. He just brings so much that I can add to my game, and he's extremely helpful. You know, he's gonna sit down and he's gonna walk me through how, or anybody that asks, he's gonna walk me through how to do all of these things. So, like I said, it's great to have him. You know, someone of what he's done, you know, with me right now and with all of us, is definitely great. So.
Is his focus kind of helping you through that list, or is he bringing you some additional pieces that he's able to help you?
Yeah, Jahri's here. I use Jahri as like, hey, how'd you do this when you played this team, or how'd you do this, or how did you use it? I'm really just trying to get as much information as I can. That way I can implement it into my game, and, you know, going out here and trying those different things.
Anything specific that comes to mind that's a Jahri pearl?
So Jahri used to have an amazing jump set. If Jahri jump set you, there was nothing you could do. So I'm asking, hey, how do it? How do I do it, man? And you know, that's one thing I've implemented into my game. You know, being more comfortable with that, being more confident in that, and trying those things out.
I know you haven't been in pads yet, but what are your early impressions of some of the new guys on the defensive line too?
Yeah, it's funny because it's a whole lot of new faces, but it's definitely great because, you know, every single guy has you know, everybody, you know, every player has their thing they're good at, so it's great to see. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I might get the number wrong, but it's a lot of new guys with their own special thing that they're good at. So you know, it's definitely good to go against that and seeing a whole bunch of different things I'm not used to seeing. So it's great.
Of course, one of the biggest newest faces that you have is quarterback Derek Carr. How's that adjustment been, and what are your impressions on him so far?
That's my guy. I've been a fan of Derek Carr since he was on the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew what he was about. So it's definitely great to have him here. Great, you know, great leader for us, a great teammate. So it's definitely exciting for us.
What made you a fan of him when he was with the Raiders, and how has he lived up to that here?
I mean, you got to check his stats. You checked his stats before the Raiders? They crazy. He bombs away. You know what I'm saying? So, but one thing I really liked watching him, you know, he would run around, not like crazy. You know what I'm saying? He could escape things, make deep throws, and just overall, just his swagger on the field to me, like, I loved it. So I've always been a fan of Derek Carr, so it's definitely great to have him as my quarterback right now. So,
Cesar, what can you carry over from sort of the success and production you had last season? Is it confidence? Is it knowing what worked and being able to build off that?
Yes, a little bit of everything you just said. Confidence, knowing what worked, knowing what didn't work. trying to make the things that didn't work, see if I can make them work here in camp. You know, those new things. So that's just how I'm just keep building. You know, just that football intelligence. You know, reacting quicker. You know, as I continue to play this game, I start to notice I'm able to react to things quicker. Things are looking familiar to me. So it's just how I'm gonna build off of. You know, it's continue to build off of what I did last year, and yeah.
Colin Saunders told us the other day he thinks he surprises interior linemen with the way he moves for his size. Is that a true statement?
Yeah, it is. That's my guy, though. He's a funny guy. He's funny. But yeah, he does. He's a shifty guy too. You don't expect all that stuff. When you see him, you don't expect all of it out of him. But yeah, he's got some moves to him. Like I said, everybody new here has something they're gonna surprise you with. So you know, like I said, we're learning that here in camp, and it's fun to compete against it.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys too.